My name is Elizabeth Joyce, and I am bringing some information to you today from beyond the third universe. I am asking that you listen without prejudice, anger, hate, or rejection. Please try to remain open and neutral and allow your body, mind, and spirit to absorb all the information that's given here. The way to understand the universe is through energy, thought, vibration, and frequency. This is something we all need to work on daily to purify and maintain our higher vibrations. This energy comes to us from a very high master teacher who is identified as mentor. His vibration goes way beyond our galaxy. He is known throughout the universe as a great being and one of the wisest souls and teachers. He dwells beyond the 7 rings of light at the top of the third universe. I have introduced him in my book Unlimited Realities that was published in 2017. It's on Amazon.com. In the late 1980s and early 90s, I studied my spiritual path with a very fabulous group called the Clear Light Group. They could raise the vibration of a room to extremely high levels. In 1987, on the island of Maui, Hawaii, at the base of Haleakala, I left my body for more than 3 days, and there were more than 30 people at this retreat. I was cared for, I was wrapped up in warm blankets and watched over very carefully. I was taken on a soul journey that took me to the other side of the black holes and showed me the difference between each universe, and the earth is in the first universe, and what we will ascend to: pure vibration, pure love, as well as new productivity. Our consciousness will be raised higher and higher in the vibration of love, and we will become master souls ourselves and great spiritual healers throughout all 3 universes. As many of you know, the light workers on this planet have been able to open up to beings of light from other areas of the universe. These beings don't have a human body, but they can communicate with us telepathically if we allow ourselves to raise our vibration. They are just like you and I, but are able to see through a different picture and offer a different awareness than us humans have been able to manage. They have always been with us and have brought a greater knowledge slowly through the years to scientists, doctors, researchers, as well as talented writers and many other creative people as well. I believe that music and art all are channeled in from the other side. This message today is given to help neutralize what's going on this planet and to vaporize the idea that there has to be a right or a wrong, a good or a bad, a left or a right. We humans have been conditioned to think in terms of duality, and now we are ascending to the reality of oneness. What I do to you, I also do to myself. Many leaders are working through the density and polarity to dismantle it, to alchemize the residue, and to shift over to a higher, healthier perspective. We are in the process of opening our hearts and in the process of ascension as well. And the one thing that's happening right now is that the lower frequencies, the darker energy, is being broken down, split apart, so that a higher awareness can shine through. This destruction of lies, deeds, greed, and grievous abuse must be alchemized, destroyed, and removed from the planet before we can proceed and move into the 4th dimension and the 5th dimension. My book, Ascension: Accessing the 5th Dimension, describes this process if you would like to know more, and that also is available on Amazon.com. First, the destruction of all our false programming must come into view and be released. Then the earth will be purified, probably through weather changes, which we'll have plenty of in the next 3 years. And we can ascend to create a beautiful earth, not with anger, hate, and manipulation, but with honor, trust, caring, and love. I wondered why I was asked to write this and put it on YouTube, and my answer was to help us to heal, to drop our fear, to see the bigger picture, and to know that this too shall pass. We have many wonderful teachers and light workers on this planet, and I honor each and every one of them. They are the way showers in the darkness that we are passing through. There has been something new given to all of us to work with in order to raise our vibration. It's called the new spiritual chakras, and I have written a book that explains the process along with meditations and exercises to help you open your spiritual chakras. Great healing occurs as you work with them, and they have been given to me through Mentor. I wrote the book in 2011, and I knew then that it was before its time. Many of these events were predicted on Coast to Coast AM with George Noory on New Year's Eve of 2018-2019, and you can hear that podcast on the Coast to Coast website. I'm sure we'll all agree that 2020 has been an amazing year. The planet is getting ready for a very powerful year in 2021. I'm not looking at the negativity that's been going on, but instead the purging and preparation for what's ahead. Okay, everyone, let's get ready for an amazing change and a forceful and life-changing 2021. Since the millennium began, I have been naming every year to describe what the energy would be within that year. I will review the last 3 years. 2018 was the year of transition. This was when your awareness began, when your heart really started to open, and you knew all the things you needed to change before you could progress any further on your spiritual path. For you personally, you had to bring relationships, work, your life direction, and perhaps location to an end. You had to delve deep within and create a lifestyle change that was much needed for you to survive and thrive. Many of you did. Life changes and energy blocks forced you to look at whatever wasn't working in your life. This was when you began to step up to a plan and make the necessary changes. This is when you planned it, when you mapped it out in your mind, and you knew what you had to do. In 2019, that was the year of transformation. This is the year that you looked at the action and took the necessary steps to make the changes. You had to do what you needed to do to make the changes, albeit very difficult. Then you needed to heal and work on adjusting to your new life changes that you created. It may have been very scary and difficult and upsetting, but you had many others who supported you and helped you through this drastic change that you had to make. At the end of 2019, you saw clearly how much better off you were, and your life began to flow again. Not in the same way, but differently, and certainly more peaceful, and certainly more acceptable to you, and healthier. 2020, the year we're living through now, is the year of expansion. The awakened ones and light workers became certain that you are not your body. You are not the abuse you have suffered. You are not ugly or poor, or a loser, or the fat geek, or the wannabe, or whatever name you've given yourself, or that we've given to each other. You know the names and labels that are not so nice, and never uplifting. The truth is that we are really all light beings, and whatever else we name ourselves are the illusions of life. This was huge and perhaps a very painful test for you. But you got it, and that's important. We have a bit more to go before the end of the year, which promises to be quite turbulent. On September 9th, Mars at 4 degrees Aries is retrograde and squares Pluto. This can bring extremely bad weather, as well as secrets coming out. The weather will break all records all over the world. It brings fire and floods, but constant flooding and submerged lands worldwide. The tsunami and earthquakes will seem out of control. Secrets will be uncovered that you can't even imagine, secrets that have been kept from us for decades. This could involve discoveries beyond our planet, as well as life on other planets. And that we've been in touch with them all along, which is how we've gotten a lot of our technology. It will be shocking and sad to everyone when the truth begins to be uncovered, especially about the involvements with Jeffrey Epstein and some of our leaders and political candidates. In fact, Joe Biden may not be able to be on the Democratic ticket, and Governor Andrew Cuomo could be drafted as the candidate. All explained away, of course. There's lots of social and political unrest as well. We are enduring the destruction of our old ways and old conditions. Ultimately, it will be for the best and must occur. However, it brings with it rubble, dust, and destruction. Aries is the sign of the awakener, and Mars in Aries effects will be loud and clear. Disclosures will shock our consciousness, and many of us could feel that corruption is winning out as what we have always trusted begins to crumble. November 14th brings a warning of our government and brings enormous emotions. On December 14th, there is the solar eclipse, which brings us some detrimental energy that could involve poison. And I'm worried about the food crisis as well. So be aware and be careful. It will both be exciting and disturbing energy over the next 6 months. There is a complete shift in consciousness coming. Saturn changes signs in December, and this is going to change the whole vibration for 2021. Saturn moves into Aquarius, which is the sign of the future, new discoveries, especially about medicine and space. As we move into 2021, the food shortages begin. Now, in 2021, can you move past all those things? Can you expand your life being quality and quit getting hung up on the things that really don't matter? This is your next test during this roller coaster ride of the upcoming year. This is the same energy that we had in 2000 election, and we will not know who our president is for several weeks because of Mercury. Mercury prepares to go direct on election day, so there won't be any answers right away. The one who we think was elected will not be the true winner. There will be violence, anger, hostility, and war. This will not be a normal election, especially if we have mail-in ballots. On November 11th, there could be a pandemonium, riots, and demands about seemingly illegal elections. It becomes a big mess. In the USA chart, Saturn is in the 10th house, the house of the leader and leadership. Squared by Mars, it represents lost leadership, not only in the USA, but elsewhere across the world as well. Ask yourself this: am I going to get hung up on the material world, or can I let it all go? Letting it all go is critical. The illusion and the lies that you tell yourself must die. It is said that you have to do this before you die. Stay strong, stay focused, meditate daily, and bring in the light. Work hard and diligently to bring down the light to your center. And then you will begin to raise yourself to a higher vibration. As you let go, know that these negative thoughts and beliefs will dissolve and die as you allow yourself to go into that altered space to begin to receive messages from your angels and guides. Then you will have no requirements or judgments from anybody else. That's when you can access and dwell within the love center. That's when your energy will begin to flow marvelously, uplifting, peaceful, and life-saving. Remember last fall? What was going on in your life? Life was moving along okay, but I predicted on New Year's Eve of 2020 on Coast to Coast that the year would be difficult, surprising, and a bumpy ride. And that all came to pass. Who would have thought how bumpy? Nothing is the same as we move through the winding down of the summer months, and we have more to go, and the ride will continue to be bumpy through 2021 and 2022. I have named 2021 as the year of critical choice, and I'm not kidding around. I am giving this to you a little bit early because I feel you need to have more time to prepare for things to come. The events to come could begin as early as the fall. In September, you need to get ready for another shift as well as unprecedented weather, changes and upsets. It could be a difficult month, or an amazing month, or a mixture of both. Our culture and belief systems are jumbled up and they're getting shifted around, and you need to stay above the fray. By the time you are seeing this on YouTube, the changes will have already begun. It's set in motion. Do not allow yourself to get drawn into the darkness of the anger and hate energy. There is a divine plan here that is in the early stages of unfolding. So hang on to that and know that you are always protected. You will be intuitively guided as to what you need to do. Mostly stay quiet, meditate, and pray. Pray for every soul in this world and all the other worlds. I have not said that we are going into cataclysm or trials or tribulation, but next year is the year of expansion. We will have to let go of the confusion and darkness. Things may not happen right on January 1st, but they will come along throughout next year, and sooner than later. There is a shift of energy coming in mid-September and a few more throughout the fall months. We have been in transition, watching videos, taking classes on Zoom, and learning how to expand into that special space. Learning how to let go of all of our preconditioning and judgment, stubbornness and having to be right, etc., etc., etc. It's time to let go of all the thoughts of separation that we have created about humans. It just isn't true. You can create a new inner truth to yourself, and one of experience and expansion. You know that you're right and that your thoughts do not have to be the same as anyone else. However, you can respect the thoughts of others. They are just another student of the universe, and they are on their journey, making their choices. Whatever they are thinking at the moment, they need for their growth, and it's their choice. Now, in 2021, you will be going through the tests of critical choice. Whatever you say, whatever you think, can manifest pretty quickly. This growing and adjustment time is not going to end. It's going to continue for quite a while. 3.5 years in and 3.5 years out. It's going to expand. Whatever we have our focus on, the light side or the dark side, will expand for you. This purging and recalibration cannot be stopped. So what does that mean? I'm very happy to tell you that we have hit a tipping point in our awakening. So we are going to grow and grow and grow, accelerating just like the frequency of the planet. We have to keep up with it. We have shifted into the new energies of the fifth dimension. It was last December of 2019. The purging has begun and the planet was hit with all of the higher frequencies. Why? Because we shifted. Yes, we shifted into an awakening point. We are realizing that we have been a violent, selfish, and dark species. Now we are shifting into the light. Many won't choose to go into the light, but enough of us will, and we are shifting into a new reality. We are already doing it, and the groundwork began on December 21st, 2012, when the energies first hit the planet. Now we have access to the fifth dimension, and there's no arguing there. Know that you can heal yourself. You don't have to see problems, only opportunities. You don't have to be right. You're allowed your opinion, and you realize that somebody else is equally as right as you. And you respect that. And you don't even need to have these types of discussions because there's really nothing to discuss. There's only experience, exploration, and expansion. Your choices and decisions are going to bring you your own personal experiences. These experiences can be fun. How can we work with nature? Better yet, How can we work with harmony with one another? This is what we are doing and need to do right now. We are learning. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? I will be giving you some Zoom workshops to help you learn how to control what you are manifesting. If you don't control your manifestations and think that we are living in chaos, you will allow the outside world to control you. When you realize that you are manifesting the same old again and again and again, it starts to blow your mind because you are always in control. When you are struggling with challenges that come your way and begin to realize that they are also opportunities, then you can focus and create more. Remember, critical decisions is 2021. Critical. Everything that you do is critical because it will change your life path with every thought and every piece of energy that you're working with. It's unlimited. Along with this growth will come new challenges that you will need to adjust to and work through, but we all agreed to that before we came into our body. This is a very, very special time, and all of us chose to be here at this time. Remember that opportunities and challenges help you move into another level of light. As long as you're in the body, there is always another level of light to go. Are you ready now? Are you ready? Remember, it's critical choice, not a decision. It's critical. The time is now. We have no more time to wait and muddle around. Get ready. We are who we have been waiting for. And this is from Mentor. Whatever we deliver is a choice. However we perceive what a person says to us is a choice. Your actions are a choice. What you put into your body is a critical choice. What you do to the planet is a critical choice as well. Remember, it's the butterfly that can create the hurricane. That's you. You're the butterfly. Everything is a critical choice in 2021, and you will personally see the result of that choice for yourself as we walk through the energies of 2021. If you put out the negativity, and you will experience that, and you will feel it. When you go into the higher energies, you will feel it. You will enjoy the love and the universal support and the amazing things that come out of that. The abundance comes. There has never been a better time to recreate yourself and to move into the world of abundance and success. Just focus and stay in the present. Concentrate on what you can do and give out to the planet right now. You're responsible for you and everything that comes out of your mouth. So, no more blaming, complaining, or judgment. It's too exhausting and it takes too much out of you. What are your intentions? What can you be manifesting? Your strength is that you don't have to receive any negativity from another person. If someone wants to hurt you, that's on them. You don't have to accept it. Okay, let's get ready. 2021, here we come. I want to give thanks for the energies of Mentor that have been coming through so clearly at this time. Together we can all change the planet, bring up the vibration, and live well and abundantly. This is Elizabeth Joyce with Visions of Reality. The website is new-visions.com. And if you'd like to call to ask a question or book a reading, the 24-hour answering service is 201-934-8986. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.